Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1. Oh, I thought you were gonna fucking. I thought you were gonna introduce it as I was doing the fanfare, man. Come on, Kel.
Oh, I introduced the podcast.
Yes.
Well, you normally do the introduction, you know, mate.
Well, it's not an it's not really an introduction. It's just like, welcome. We'll do it again, right? You ready? I'll do the thing.
Okay, and well...
Soz, you just left.
You did get that.
You just left. Dude, you left like a 20-minute gap there. Right, one more time.
There might be a bit of a delay, though, mightn't there? Not bad.
Oh, is? All right, okay, ready?
I don't know, but I did it straight after you finished tooting. Welcome to episode 8 of the Rob and Kel podcast.
Is it? No, it's 9, man, isn't it?
It's not, it's 8. It's definitely 8.
Wait, the purple one was 8, I'm positive.
The purple one was 7.
Was it?
The purple one was 7, definitely. Yeah. So this is episode 8.
It's episode 8.
Yeah, we are shit.
Welcome to episode 8 to the Rob and Kel podcast, the only podcast on the internet neighbor dingy fucking listens to. Oh man, I've been wound up this week, you know, because I've seen like just people who are not arsed. You know, like semi-famousy people who maybe got some connections, like, oh, I just decided to do this, only got 40,000 views. Oh, honestly, it'd been winding me up.
And we're lucky if we get 10.
Listen, not that I want it. Not that, you know, I'm desperate for it. I appreciate the people that listen to it, and there is people that listen to it. I couldn't speak, I'm so emotional. There are people that listen to it. We'll shout them out as well. And in fact, one of them is give me the idea for this whole podcast tonight. And that's a big shout out to Paul Thompson. Thanks, Paul. He said, you know what he said? And he's absolutely right.
Go for it.
He said, look, some people know, yeah, that's great, but some people listen, especially on YouTube, that have no idea who you both even are. So tonight, Matthew, we're going to do White Van Kel. No, wait, let me do that again. White Van Kel.
White Van Kel.
Do you not know what that is?
Apparently not.
I'll do you a little song for the intro. Here we go. I haven't prepared one. I'm just going to do.
Really? Squeaky chair and guitar at the ready.
There we go.
Oh, the guitar is at the ready.
It's white. Oh no. Kel. Oh, wait. It's White Van Kel. Fucking hell. Right. Okay, you ready? So basically.
Oh, yeah, totally.
You don't even.
I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, I know. Right. I'll explain it. So basically, these are the questions taken from, I think it used to be The Sun. And they just used to ask the man on the street, you know, like a white van man, you know.
Oh, right, okay, yeah, I get you.
Just kind of questions. And I've also taken some questions from the XFM podcast from Ricky Gervais, because Carl Pilkington came up with some gold. And I've also taken some questions from inside the actor's studio. So basically, I'm just going to be giving you a bit of a this is your life type situation.
This is your life.
And also, if you wouldn't mind, can you please write down everyone I mentioned, because I can't.
I've already started.
Have you?
Down with the admin.
God, that's good. The admin, the Kel and the admin. Anything this week, though, before we get on with the officials, anything this week you want to mention? I've got one, first of all. But you go, because I feel like I've been speaking for about an hour.
Well, I mean, obviously we had the random shout outs, so
yeah,
Chris Curry, another shout out for him, because he started we've inspired him to do his own little 10 things he fucking hates about Facebook.
Yeah, but hang on though, was he not whinging that people were doing that?
Yeah, and that's why he's done it.
Oh,
but he's not nominating,
shut up.
But he's not nominating anybody, which is the annoying thing. So it's like a mock joke version. But his are actually quite good. I do like them, so shout out to you, Chris. Nice one.
Well, listen, I'll take that back and replace it with a well done. Well done for not joining in, because honestly, it's getting
definitely
right
a fanfare sound effect on this podcast.
And I will start this podcast, which is some of you might have heard it, because by this time I would have edited it and put it out. But it'll be Limmy. Did you see Limmy shout out to me on Facebook, man?
That is unreal. Get to fuck.
Robbers D, get to fuck. I'll tell you another weird thing as well. Listen, let me tell you a weird thing, Kel.
Do it. That's what I'm here for. It's what I live for.
We should have some spooky music, really. Listen, this week was weird because we released the podcast earlier. When did we release the last podcast? And we've got a bit, apologies, we've got a bit weird with days.
Yeah, I can't remember. We fucked it up royally the last couple of weeks. Yeah,
and now we're slipping a bit, right? Okay, but anyway, so a few days later, on one particular day, 14 people... 14 people added me on Facebook, all from...
And not just any
14 people, like 14 people who are all in the same kind of community. I'm not going to say much more, but like, I don't mean like Scientology or anything, you know, or a cult. I just mean like 14 people
that would be awesome.
Do you want to do the podcast for Scientology?
I'll get straight on to Tom Cruise.
Straight on with the cruise meister. Anyway, they all added me in one day, but it was a day that nothing had been released, so I don't know whether someone mentioned it somewhere or it's been shared somewhere, but if it has, thanks.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. From the bottom of our hearts. So that was my shout out anyway, Paul Thompson, I think. Oh, and Zoe Payne. No, I think she's returned to Facebook.
Finally got round.
She has returned. To it. And I can give you the exclusive now. She returned because of the podcast. Woo, ladies and gentlemen. Come on now. That's probably not true, but probably a fact, I reckon. She said she liked it. She gave me a message. I think she's listened to all of them, or maybe just the one she's in. I don't know, but we'll see.
Well, I reckon she's listened to all of them. Maybe, just maybe, we should get her on the next one and quiz her.
Well, yeah.
Quiz her on some facts from the other ones.
And also, people haven't even noticed that it's hidden in all the other podcasts is a particular phrase that when you put it together, when we get to episode 10, you can win a jet ski. That's true. That's not true, but I mean, like, if we could
but it could be.
Welcome back, Zoe. Thanks. And I hope you like this.
The jet ski's yours.
I hope you like this one. I guess this is going to be a mint one, by the way. I've actually already decided.
Can you feel it in your jellies?
I can. Have you seen anything, though, this week? Interesting or good or on Facebook, apart from the 10 hate things or anything like that? Oh,
you know what?
I've done it again.
Yeah, every fucking time. Oh, somebody's just taking a picture of their tea.
Oh, no.
It doesn't look very nice either.
Name and shame them.
I can't because I just said that it doesn't look very nice now.
Well, name and shame.
No. I can't because her daughter made it.
Oh, for God's sake.
I'll let her off because her daughter made it and her daughter's quite young, so.
I'm only joking. Nah, don't name that person.
Did you know that the new Mortal Kombat games have like really random characters like RoboCop and Terminator?
Do they?
When the fuck did that happen?
Do you remember Mortal Kombat?
Mortal Kombat?
Mortal Kombat was wicked. It was probably the first game, right, on like, was it the Amiga, where it looked like the arcade. It was the first game I think I remember going, God, that actually looks like it does down the arcades, you know, because you used to get like the Amiga version and the arcade version. Yeah, no, maybe not the Amiga. What was after the Amiga, but it was a bit better? I can't think.
It was. The Amiga did look like the arcade version, but to be fair, bearing in mind they went for the realism with the real photographs of the people, it still looked shit. Especially if you look at it now. Obviously, 25 years later.
Okay. Did I do the intro? I did the intro for you already, didn't I?
White Van Kull, yeah.
Fucking hell, it's White Van Kull. Right.
I thought you was like going for some really weird spin on a Dutch name.
What?
White Van Kull.
White Van Kull. Okay, so welcome to White Van Kull.
Wow, that joke landed, didn't it?
You
sounded so disappointed.
Listen, I'll edit in some cheering and laugh.
No, it's funnier if it doesn't land, really.
I wasn't going to anyway. Right, anyway. White Van Kull, here we go. So, Cal, welcome to the show. We're gonna get to know you. We're going to get to know you. So, I'd like to start with this question. What is your favourite word? That was my presenter voice.
What's your favourite word?
Hang on, wait a minute. You just instantly turned it round.
Damn right.
Favourite word? I like NGE, like blancmange. Because it's funnier. The funnier with that G at the end. Yeah. Flange. Minge.
Hey!
Yeah.
I was livid when I found out a flange was a real thing.
A flange?
Yeah, I just thought it was some great name that somebody came up with for The old lady garden.
Oh, you're being so coy tonight. Any NGE word? Any NGE? Yeah. Have you thought of one?
What about words that people hate? Now I'm struggling to...
well, no, because that's my next question. Don't be stealing my questions, bitch.
They kind of just jump ahead.
All right, well, what's your least favourite word? You got to have one of the answers. Oh, wait, man, this is White Van Kel.
I'm one of those people that doesn't like moist.
I like
the
that.
word moist.
I'm adding that into my like ones.
Moist.
I like that because I think I like that because it annoys people, and I don't know why that would make. Why do people not like that? Is it just the oist? What is it?
I think it's just the idea of it. Something that's moist. Yeah, it's not.
You keep saying it, Kel. You are getting the listeners going. Moist. Yeah, that is. I don't know. I think that's quite an alright word. Moist. No.
Moist.
Okay, next question. Are you ready?
Sort of.
Wait, hang on. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure you've answered to any of the brief.
I'll come back to favourite word.
Favourite word. All right, we'll come back. There's a few similar ones anyway.
Awesome sauce is actually awesome. Just the word awesome.
Awesome is good.
Speaks for itself.
Yeah, but people use it too frivolously. It's like amazing as well.
My word.
You know, but when people go, "Oh, I just had a burger that was awesome." Like, were you in awe?
Oh, like legendary. Legend is just thrown around too easily.
Yeah, but so is awesome. I mean, that burger wasn't you weren't in awe of your burger. So, anyway, that's just me being a
Therefore, it
fart.
was not
awesome. What turns you on?
Everything.
I don't know what it means. I don't know if it means like.
Isn't like sexual?
I don't know. You can have both. Or if maybe it just means like, hey, what turns you on?
What floats your boat?
Yeah, what floats your boat? But you can answer sexual if you want. I'll answer my one. Fannies, probably. I mean, that's
just fannies.
Yeah.
Nah, fresh out of the shower, wet hair, little bit wavy on there.
All right, calm down, Kat. I don't want a fucking boner on the podcast. Calm down, man.
Well, they don't know, do they? Unless you just tell them.
Do you know what? I don't have any kinks. I wish I did. I wish I did have more. But, like, I just don't have any. Boring and boring, innit?
You just like it plain and simple.
Like, do you know what? I'm oversharing here, but, like, you know, I never saw the appeal of dressing up. Do you know what I mean? Or do you like that?
You know, I wouldn't say no, but I'm not like, ooh, would you please dress up for me?
I just don't see the point in it. Because, one, like, say your partner, right, gets dressed up like, I don't know, a librarian. I don't know why I chose that.
That's top of my list, the old librarian. You start getting down to it and just like, shh.
Wait.
Quiet.
Hang on. Wait a minute. Hang on. I was going to take it back, but then when you just had that little whisper there, you just became quite sexy. So, wait. I'll take librarian back, right? That's where I went.
You're going to take the librarian in the back?
I'm taking the librarian in the back. No, I'll
well, I
take
hope
that
you take
back.
it back on time or you might get a fine.
Well, I'll check. Oh, fucking hell.
Full of the dad jokes tonight.
I tell you what, that was a zinger. No, right. I'll take librarian back and I'll swap it with like nurse, right? So
French maid.
Yeah, so anyway, your partner dresses up as a nurse. One, that's your partner and they're not a nurse. So I don't understand the point of that anyway.
Didn't you used to do acting?
Yeah, well, yeah, but exactly
it's
because
like role play, man. You've got to get into the mood, whether it's your wife or not, or your partner.
I know, but like the thought of because one, you just know, no, right. One, you just know. Two, the outfits that they wear are like
they're usually a bit shit.
They're usually like slutty Halloween versions. Now I've never seen Matron looking like that, basically.
Maybe they should sort that out.
And two, again, the ultimate goal. Just to take it off. So, just cut out the middleman.
And be naked.
Yeah, fucking right. That relates to a question later as well, but anyway, I mean, and this is going to probably paint me as, you know, like a prude. I just don't see the point. I mean, I literally do not have any kinks, unless you count, like, little things like scat play with extreme pegging and 3 bondage dwarfs. Then apart from that, I've got nothing.
It's all about the bondage dwarfs.
It's all about them 3 bondage dwarfs. Gary, Barry, and
Larry. Steve.
Larry, Barry, and Steve. Yeah, man.
I'll tag them in.
Good guys. Tag them in. Oh, right. Anyway.
Wee man.
Next question. What turns you off?
Oh.
Again, I don't know if it's...
It's not necessarily sexual, but it's like female related.
Uh-huh.
Tattoos on the chest.
Of... What, on a lass?
On a woman. Yeah. Not like a small dog. I don't like... Don't get us wrong, I don't mind tattoos, like on the arms and stuff like that. But anywhere, like the boobs up to the forehead, well, in that central area, it just turns me off. Like when they've got a nice low cut top on, and then boom, devil tattoo just above the left breast. What's that about? No, sir, I don't like it.
All right, so like, well, it could be anywhere else though, like on the arms and legs and that. I quite like a tattooed girl, like.
Yeah, but on the boob area and the chest up to the neck.
Depends what it is. I think it's like if you had a big tattoo on your tit of like, I don't know, another tit. So you had Total Recall 3 tits. Fine.
Yeah, what turns you off then?
Lateness. I know that's not sexy.
Lateness.
I know it's not sexy, but that's just
punctuality.
Like... Yeah, like, I hate being late.
I know they said punctuation there.
I hate being late and I hate people that are late. I'm rarely late. I don't think I've ever been late, actually, for anything.
Really? Maybe recently. Fuck me. Up until you were about 20, you were a nightmare.
Yeah, I've changed. I've changed.
Yeah, you did.
I think it was just like in me later. And when I became a pensioner in my 30s, that's when
your
it
OCD
happened.
started slipping in.
Other than that, what turns you off? In terms of like, nothing. Bogies. That's it.
Bogies?
Yeah, bogies, like, sick. Can't do it. That's the only thing I can't stand. I can stand everything else, pee and poo and that just not. Not that I'm saying I like that stuff.
If you're shitting on your chest, it's game on.
No, I'm not saying I like that. I just can't. No, and this has nothing to do with, like, sexy time. I just mean bogies in general. Off anyone. Like, Jesus Christ, I can't. That's the only thing that sets me off.
So even Jesus Christ shitting on your test? Test?
Shitting on my test. Honestly, I used to fuck my tests up all the time, them shitting on them. Anyway, what sound or noise do you love?
Ooh.
It's a good one, isn't it? I quite like white noise.
You like white noise?
Well, I sleep with white noise. But like rain, like rain or the desert sounds or stuff, I have that on. Tends to help me go to sleep.
Ah, see what you mean. Yeah.
But an actual specific sound, I don't know. I quite like a piano, the sound of just a piano being played, like ping, ping, ping. I mean, I know you know what a piano sounds like, but...
Yeah, not like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a funny one. I can't... No, I don't know.
Well, you're doing well so far. They're really getting to know you.
Yeah, people aren't going to be able to sleep tonight because they don't know what my favourite sound is.
Well, you know what's coming next, though. And you know what's coming next.
What sound do I hate?
Yeah, what sound or noise do you hate? There's obviously the obvious ones, you know, babies crying.
Scratching the backboard.
Oh, I can't believe you just said it out loud. The fork on a plate. God, I'm going to be sick.
Or just people chewing. When you can hear people chewing.
Oh, yeah, that winds me up.
Unnecessarily loudly. Oh.
I used to know, again, we can't tag this person in, but I used to know a guy who was so posh. He was really, really posh kid. So it's not like he was, you know, just feral or whatever. But he used to chew with his mouth open, kind of offensively open, to like the point where you're thinking, well, is he doing that on purpose? Well, you know what I mean? It was weird. Maybe it's I don't know. I don't know what caused it.
Maybe it's a posh person thing.
Anyway, that was awful. That's a good one, though, chewing. That's a good one, that.
Yeah, it's not. I hate it.
Never thought. The alarm clock. It's too rubbish.
I thought that was a little bit too
It's
rubbish,
too obvious, yeah. The sound of the post coming through the door.
But you don't like that, or you do?
I have a thing where I just don't open my post.
Yeah, I've noticed. That's why I can't get in.
Yeah. What is your favourite curse word?
Well, that's gotta be fuck, really.
Is it? It's not mine.
Sadly, a bit obvious, but yeah, I think so.
Is it? I think it's too hollow of a sound. Fuck. My favourite is shit. Because you can say shit in so many different ways, and plus shit has almost been degraded to like. I mean, fucking kids are saying
almost,
it now.
Yeah, kids can.
Yeah, they're like, oh, look at that dog shit and that. Like, yeah, it's like, it's because, like, crap. Crap used to be canny. Like, when we were kids and you said crap, you get told off. Now, they're fucking saying it in first school and that.
Yeah,
like,
you get a high five now.
It has proper got reduced, so I think shit's going that way. But it's just got enough edge.
Sideways.
And especially if you put the emphasis on the T. Like, if you got that was shit. like it really means it was shit. I love shit.
Good one. I do like it. I still rather fuck.
Another word that's similar to that I used to like was twat. But I think that's...
Oh, did like twat back in the day.
Twat. Because it's got a good T on the end. Twat. Or do you know... Oh, have you ever heard
D loves a T.
You ever heard the way Americans say twat?
Twat.
Twat. Winds me up, that. Twat. Let's get twatted.
Yeah, let's get rubbish.
Speaking of rubbish, I'll just quickly interject with this about something I watched this week. The new fucking Happy Madison film, The Little Missy. I don't know if I mentioned it last podcast.
No, you didn't. But
oh my god!
Go on, then.
If you've ever seen Jack and Jill, which is one of the worst films that's ever been made, not like bad, good, like The Room and Tommy Wiseau and stuff, just bad, horrific. Then this film is its fucking uglier cousin. It's just terrible.
I didn't think it was great, but I didn't think it was as bad as Jack and Jill, personally.
Have you watched it?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? It is fucking diarrhea. David Spade is... It
is shit, but I don't think it's as... I think Jack and Jill is fucking horrendous, though.
Look,
terrible.
I think Jack and Jill is horrendous, but it's obviously horrendous. You look at the thing, you look at the poster and go, oh my god, this is just going to be the worst thing ever, unless you're 7. This one... Honestly, the first 20 minutes, I thought there was going to be a plot twist that, because it was so obvious and was so cliched, I thought, hang on.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
This is some kind of mad M. Night Shyamalan twist. And then it actually wasn't. It was just actually shit. David Spade looks like an elderly old lady for some reason. The girl they've cast as the love interest, who, by the way, the only credit I'll give is to her, she's quite funny, irritating as fuck, but she's meant to be, but quite comedically funny, good timing. Apart from that, moron, and about 30 years younger than David Spade, which is weird.
Yeah, it is a bit weird. I've seen her in other stuff, and she was actually alright. She annoyed me. Her humour was too annoying for me.
Yeah. Well, but you got the humour part of it is the scripted. I just mean performance-wise, she's a bit like a girl... young Jim Carrey, like just the way she would make the faces, and probably quite appealing to probably young lasses round about our age when he came out.
Jim Carrey's gay.
No, not like that, man. I'm just saying that she was the only thing in it that I was like, right, she's quite funny. Everything else was horrific. They all go on a holiday again. I mean, how many times can Adam Sandler get away?
People always go on holiday, don't they?
It could be. It goes to either he goes on holiday to Hawaii or he goes on holiday to fucking Vegas, and it's all the same. Jack and Jill will go away to something. In this one, they don't really go on holiday, but they go to like this resort thing. Fucking hell, it's unreal.
Blended
it's unreal.
Holiday.
Anyway, I just thought it was like one of the worst things I'd ever seen on film. Anyway,
it was shite. Never mind.
What profession other than your own would you like to attempt? He looks like...
Yeah, I've thought about this before, and to be honest, the only reason why I didn't do it, and actually now thinking back, I'm probably glad I didn't, is I quite fancied either being doing something as a psychiatrist.
Oh.
But I couldn't be asked the like 10 years or something at uni it would have taken to do it. Put me right off.
I know. I agree with that, because that's the thing I'm interested in. Well, I was always interested in it anyway. That's why I studied NLP quite a lot when I was doing close-up magic and stuff, and then I did that CBT course quite recently because it is quite interesting. I'm interested in it as well. I would have liked to have done that, I think, if I was going to do anything else. Can I just pinch your answer?
Yeah, just steal it.
No,
Did you have that ready? Is that actually what you were going to say?
No, I didn't actually have one ready for this. I thought you might have had one, which you did, because it's kind of something you always think about, innit? But I've never really...
You know what it is? I actually went into accounts because basically somebody else told me I'd be good at it.
You have got quite a good maths brain, though. Like, I've never had a maths brain. I've I don't know. You've been good. You're good with numbers, like.
Well, because you tend to find that people are either creative or like non-creative and logical. So it's like you've got one side, I've got the other, kind of thing.
Yeah, but but that would imply that you're not creative, which obviously you are. So you're a double threat. You're a double threat. Yeah, of course you are. You're doing the podcast. Doing a podcast. Yeah. We started this with 8 episodes in. 9. What are we up to now?
Yeah, okay, fair enough. But yeah, if you ask me to like draw something, like the band the other day decided I should like. My mum was watching what's it called? 4 in a Bed. You seem falling a bit.
God, listen, I'm gonna have words with your mate. She watches some shite.
You got to remember. You got to think, dude. She's been stuck in the flat now for 3.5 months.
I don't give a shit.
Anyway, the band came in. She saw an episode and decided, "Ooh, let's do our own B&Bs." And they've done theirs. Still waiting to do mine because fuck me, I could just kind of think of anything interesting to do. My missus hers had like spa treatments and fucking nice Italian restaurant and all that jazz. And I was just like, can I just do like glamping or something? You can lie down on the floor in the living room and I'm done. I'll barbecue you a burger. I kind of think of off the cuff stuff to do.
Yeah, but creative doesn't mean you could do. It's not a thing. Like if someone said to me, "Draw a horse," it would end up looking like a child's drawing. Creative's just creative in whatever you want to do. So yeah, we're being creative doing a podcast.
Right. Okay.
Right. Oh, Kel. Right. Okay.
No, I'll take that. I've got a couple of creative juices going on.
You've got some creative, dude. You've always had creative juices, man. You've always had it. Always had that little. We've always had that little. Let's stop this, man. It's getting a bit sentimental. Kind of standard. Right, here we go. We're getting into the serious questions now.
Do it.
Are Waterworld, Mad Max, and Judge Dredd accurate pictures of a post-apocalyptic world? Here we go. We're onto the proper stuff now. You reckon they're true?
Okay, so biggest problem with this question straight away is I've never been able to watch the whole of Judge Dredd.
Aye, but I've
got a kind of idea, but no.
Like Blade Runner-y, grimy kind of. Can
I throw one into the mix?
Go on then.
Because I actually think one that's probably closer, sadly, is Demolition Man.
Yeah.
Electric cars.
You might be
automatic, self-driving cars. Although, granted, I haven't got the seashells yet.
No swearing. Fucking Thor police. Fines for fucking everything. You might be on a winner there. I think you're right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we'll ever get to Waterworld.
Oh, yeah, but hang on. Right, let's get Demolition Man out because I think Demolition Man is quite close now to us, too close. Whereas Mad Max Waterworld.
Bear in mind, I think it's set in something like 2017 or something like that, Demolition Man. So it's actually not far out.
Right, let's get Judge Dredd off as
well. Apart from freezing prisoners, but that's probably happening somewhere.
We'll take Judge Dredd out as well. Because Judge Dredd is just kind of futuristic city-ish. So, are Waterworld and Mad Max accurate pictures? We're asking the important questions.
Waterworld, I get the whole save the world and all that stuff. I don't think we'll ever get to Waterworld.
You get the whole save the world thing, do you? All right, okay.
Well,
we're safe, everyone. We're safe citizens. We're safe.
Climate change and all that.
Yeah.
I think, and I think that a lot of the stuff to do with the coronavirus is actually help prove the point of how quickly the world will heal itself if people get their finger out.
Aye, but do you ever think we'll look like Kevin Costner and have gills? That's the question.
No, Will was shit. I believe in evolution, but will not be fish.
Well, he wasn't a fish, though. It wasn't Kevin Costner as a cod. He just had some gills.
He had some gills. He had the webbed feet, which, to be fair, some people already have.
All right, take Kevin Costner. Let's take him out of it. We're taking a lot. I'm changing the rules a lot.
But you know what was weird? He was the only person that mutated. Nobody else did.
But you don't see, because you only see one town. He might have loads of people, although maybe that was in the plot. I don't know. Anyway, if you forget his gills, though, what about the world? Just all flooded?
Yeah, I don't think it'll ever flood that bad. I think we will get a lid on it before then.
Mad Max?
Nah.
No?
I can't see the whole world turning to dust at any time soon.
But if there's a nuclear fucking then dust, ash and all that, boom, nuclear fallout. Mad Max, man, that might be the winner.
Yeah, well, it won't happen here. It might happen to America. Somebody will nuke them one day. Or Korea. One of the two.
Aye, but are we one of the big wigs? I don't know if we are. Is the UK?
I think we're too small to give a shit about. If you're Korea, right, and you're thinking, shit, we've got issues, you're not going to worry about Little England.
Little England.
So they'll not worry about the tiny British Isles. Do you know what I mean?
Maybe we're too big, yeah. We've got a little bit bigger now, though. I'll probably go on the Isle of Man or something. Although maybe it would probably reach there if it was detonated here, but
yeah,
I don't
probably.
Know. Yeah. See, but then that would be dust. I don't know. I lean more towards Mad Max then.
You leaning more towards Mad Max?
Then Waterworld. It's quite a good question though. Next question.
That is a good question. That really set us apart there.
Putting your beliefs aside, if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say to you when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Come in.
Aye, yeah. That's
As long as he doesn't
fucking
say, you're not allowed in, I think I'll be quite happy.
Yeah, but just if we take for granted that you're allowed in.
There's an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Don't think you get hungry in it at all, although maybe you do.
Yeah, but
Because if it's class, then you know, I
if
suppose
food's
you
your
want to eat.
passion, though, regardless of if you're hungry or not.
Yeah. I like if Jamie Oliver... Well, I'm sure there's plenty of cooks.
Not Jamie Oliver, like. If Jamie Oliver's there, I'm leaving.
It's a big place, man. You don't have to mingle in that. You've got your own mansion or something.
Yeah, I'll pop off and see the likes of Gordon Ramsay. You know, he still knows how to cook something tasty.
I don't really have an answer. That was one I didn't prepare for. I was just hoping you had one, and you had an absolute banger. I like Carl Pilkington's answer when he was asked this, which was just like, you never did anyone any harm. I think that's quite a nice answer.
Oh, God said that to Carl Pilkington.
No, that's what he'd like him to say to him.
Yeah, that's what.
It's a nice sentiment. I'd like to be able to say that. I don't know if I could. I don't know.
You did well.
Apart from all the murders.
A star.
What do you think of nudism?
In what way? Like a nudist beach or...
I mean, yeah, probably nudist beaches and stuff, yeah. Like that. Like the hobby nudism. Nudism?
Nah, I like that. Keep it at home.
Keep what at home?
Like the nudeness.
All right, now, okay.
It's just because, like, I like to be surprised as well. I like something to be left for the imagination, you know what I mean?
Oh, what, so you don't like it because, like, if you met someone on the beach...
And then took them home.
And you were both nude, you already know...
Yeah.
You've already seen the
goods.
You've seen the goods. You know what's coming.
You've got nothing left to discover, you know?
Yeah, that is pretty awkward, like, so, like, if you're two nudists and meet on the beach and you go, like, you know... to the room, you're already nude. And also, like, I've always wondered this, and especially, like, I've wondered this in other situations, but, like, how on earth do you walk through a nudist beach
and not get a boner?
Yeah, well, I suppose there's grannies and that keep it under control, but, you know, if you're walking down...
Because grannies' boners are the worst.
If you're walking down Ipanema Beach, you know, the most beautiful one in the world, I know it's not a nudist beach, but say it was... Holy Toledo.
And then there's the other side of it. Some women will get offended if you're walking down the beach flaccid.
It's the title of the podcast, that. Walking down the beach flaccid.
That's my favourite word. Put that on there. Flaccid is my favourite
Flaccid?
word.
Cal, what a weird...
That's a great word, though.
Yeah, but a weird sentence to come out with. Yeah, especially, like, you know, like Carry On Camping. They'd go and they'd stumble upon the nudist... fucking section. I don't know if this happens in it, although I do know because I've seen it a million times. Like, what, you know, that old country kind of, they're all sat at a pub having a pint, you know, 3 blokes in a tweed hat and one woman all nude. I don't know. Maybe it's freeing.
What, so do you like it then?
Do I like nudism? You're joking, dude. Well, if I like looking at it, well, that's a different question.
Yeah, if you didn't have to participate.
It may be a nude, you're fucking joking. I'm so pale, I look like a see-through fish. I'm fucking weird proportion, man. I'm like 6'7", but my legs are like 4 foot. I just look like something from, like, fucking The Thing. It is a good film. No, but I don't agree. No. I do.
I don't agree with
agree.
it. It needs to stop today.
Listen, I reckon you should just do what you want. Right, okay. What do you think of the fact that 1 in 5 children aged between 11 and 16 go on booze binge sessions at least once a week?
Between what age?
11 and 16.
You know what it is? It's not great, but I'd be a fucking hypocrite if I said anything about it. Because we were about 14.
I know, can you just flash back to this fucking... mental shit we used to do between that ages.
Mad Dog 2020, man. It's not good for you.
Homebrew. Me dad, remember that? He used to make like his own wine for some reason. I think it was like a fad.
And you thought Buckfast was
It was a fad in like I don't know if it was the 90s or something.
Late 80s,
90s, yeah. But then it went on for a while because loads of people just had those big jugs and used to make their own fucking... Like it was prohibition. But I remember my dad made wine, and I swear to God, you could have half a little tiny tumbler and be mortal. It must have been the strength of vodka. I don't know what he did. It was probably...
Strength of 10 tigers.
It wasn't very nice. It tasted like, I don't know what it tasted, Ajax or something, but...
Yeah, it tasted like ass.
Yeah. God, yeah, and we used to get off our tits on that all the time, like... I don't think that's shocking. I remember being about 15 and being out with some people I used to know from the Taint Theatre. It was thick as snow. It was one of those years when we were younger. I was only about 15, 16. It was thick as snow. It was like 2 feet of snow. And I went and lay down in a field in the snow and did a snow angel and fell asleep. I don't know how I just didn't die of fucking exposure. I think I woke up a couple hours later, like freezing, and managed to stumble onto the first bus or whatever. But Christ, man, you know what I mean? If your parents knew that,
if only they knew. Well, I've told my folks about pretty much everything I did back then. Now.
Yeah. What? Just in case it comes out in the press.
Well, yeah, no, but I don't know. I don't know. I've just told them as time's gone on.
Yeah.
Probably not everything, but stuff.
If you went in a hospital and they'd done something wrong, would you rather wake up and have lobster claws, duck's feet, or a horn coming out of your head? Now, this is permanently.
Lobster claws, duck feet, or a horn?
This is easy.
Duck's feet.
Duck's feet, innit? Easy.
All day, man.
Because you could just get some weird you could just wear like flippers and just people be like, oh, there's the flipper guy. A horn, I suppose you could get away with a horn if you had that big hair or something.
I suppose it depends on how big a horn is.
I'm thinking like rhino.
And lobster claws, man, are seriously going to like impact your daily life.
Yeah, especially if you work down the fish market.
Hey!
Duck's feet? I don't even know why that was a question. I think that's, without even thinking about it, obvious duck's feet.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, that's the end of White Van Kel. Me, I hope, Paul,
That was your final question.
Ended strong. I ended strong. It was the only ones I could find
Jesus
that were
Christ.
no, there was loads of questions, but those were kind of the interesting ones. All the other ones were a bit shit. Well, I think we've got to know us two a bit better. Like Paul, if you're listening again, I think he is. I think he is actually a big fan. He's going in the.
Yes. Does anybody else want to know anything else?
Yeah.
Send your questions in on a self-addressed envelope.
Send your questions in, and any comedians out there? Again, we talked about. Oh, I didn't mention it was comedians. A lot of comedians added me on Facebook. Obviously, they're listening somewhere. If you're listening, you fancy coming on? And
it'll cost you.
No, it won't. Come on, would love a bit of patter with you. Give me a message. At least 3 or 4 people I know are genuinely listening to everyone. So that's great. Thanks so much. I know Paul is one of them.
Well, I think Zoe Payne and Ian Sartori can fight it out over
Superfan. Well, no, because you've also got Paul. I think Paul Thompson's listened to a lot. Zach.
Oh, do you think he's in Superfan territory?
Zach Ainsley listens to us in his weekly bath of a Sunday. So, well, maybe not a weekly bath, you know, but like when he has one on a Sunday, Zach listens. He loved it. I don't know if he listened to it all because I'm sure we talked about how there's no boners for bodybuilders. Shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, and he didn't come back on that.
It was just a joke, Zach, if you're listening, but we love you listening to the podcast. I'm trying to think of other people that I've mentioned have listened to it all. I can't. There's been quite a few. You'd be surprised. There's been quite a few, Kel, a few you don't know about as well, and a few on YouTube. But thanks for listening. Share it and like it, and just do whatever you can. Again, we're not bothered if it, we don't want to be Joe Rogan.
But it'd be
nice, exactly. And again, just...
Maybe they should get Joe Rogan on.
Nah, Joe Rogan. I don't like Joe Rogan anymore. Controversial point just before we go. I just don't like him. I don't like his podcast. Did you see the deal he's just signed as well? Oh my God.
Oh, the Spotify deal.
100 million quid. Holy Toledo. So for those who don't know, if you don't know who Joe Rogan is, you're a mental case. But he's the biggest podcast on YouTube. Used to present Fear Factor, presents the UFC. Just gets his famous friends on, people he knows. He's got a massive podcast, gets scientists on it. I mean, it's madly. It used to be quite good. I think it's got a bit shit now and a little bit mainstream. But that's the way of it. When you're getting offered 100 million quid, you tend to talk about or have on whoever people want you to have on. Yeah. Sorry to finish so politically there. Anyway, so I'll tag him in it anyway. But fuck you, Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
We need to do some random shout-outs.
Yes, random shout-outs for this week. Have you got any random shout-outs?
I haven't yet. Hang on.
While you do it, I'll do a random shout-out. I'm going to shout out to Sarah Saucepot. Don't think that's a real genuine name. Just a friend of mine from Camp Wildfire. Maybe we'll get a couple of them guys listening. That's part of a community I'm part of. Hi Sarah, thanks Sarah. Anyone for you, Kel?
Yeah, I'll give a shout out to Rachel Humphreys, Because she's doing something similar to us. She's doing a lot of TikTok videos.
Stealing our audience here, Rachel Humphreys.
To be honest, I think she started before us, so...
Oh, shit.
Maybe we stole her idea.
Can you explain who Rachel Humphreys is?
Just somebody that I used to work with.
Do I know her?
No.
Oh, right, no.
Well, I mean, if you do know her, it's not through me.
Ah, right.
Used to work with her.
Should we do a bit of Facebook stalking live on air? No, got nothing. I have spelt it completely wrong, so never mind. Do you know what? I'm going to do a little bonus shout out. I'm going to do, you know what I did last time when I just scrolled down? I'm going to do that again.
Random.
Yeah, I'm going to do that again. So here we go. I'm going to do a random scroll for Facebook mentions. Scrolling! And in fact, Cal, you tell me when to stop.
Stop.
First person I see, Gavin Webster. Gavin Webster, big shout out to Gavin. Is a comedian. Has a little release in lockdown as well. Big shout out to you. I'll do what? Little bonus one, then I'll do another randomer. I'll do a randomer. You ready? Spinning the Facebook. Big shout out to you. Tell me when to stop, Cal.
Stop.
Oh fuck! Right, I did stop. It's on. I did stop.
Joe Rogan.
No, it wasn't Joe. No, it was George William Knox. I'm gonna shout out to George William Knox, a friend of mine for a long time from theatre, and he's a photographer. He does photography. A big shout out to you, George. Keep on going. Keep on.
Do it, George.
Keep on snapping. And that's it. That's it for me anyway. I don't know if you've got anything else to cover before we go.
No, I think I'm all good.
All good.
I'll make some more notes for episode 9.
Well, I hope you got to know us a bit better. Well, you probably haven't because that was all nonsense, but there you go. White Van Kel. Next episode, we will be coming as soon as possible. Hopefully, we'll keep it under a week if we can.
Fingers crossed.
And we'll get out to you soon. But for now, what episode is it? 8. 8. For now, episode 8. We'll see you later. Choo choo and that.
Choo choo.
Choo choo. Choo choo.